could you describe the difference between top-down and bottom-up approaches to theoretical physics that you talked about in the book?
So you could try to jump in and say, I have a theory that I think is so perfect that I can predict everything from it, or at least predict some salient features from it.
That's top-down.
That would be top-down. Bottom-up is more like, like the questions we just asked, like, why are masses what they are? We measure things, we want to put them together. And usually a good approach is to combine the two. If you ask a very specific question, but combine it with the methods of knowing that there could be a fundamental theory underlying it, sometimes you make progress. I mean, the community tends to get segmented or fragmented into people who do one or the other. But there are definitely times, some of my best collaborations have been with people who are more top-down than I am, so that we come up with interesting ideas that we wouldn't have thought of if either one of us was working individually.
Would you say the truly big leaps happen top-down, like Einstein?
Einstein was not a top-down person in the beginning. He was, special relativity was very much him thinking about, they were thought experiments, but he was very much, the original theory about relativity is something like on the nature of electromagnetism. He was trying to understand how Maxwell's laws could make sense when they were, seemed to have different symmetries than what we had thought there were. So he was very much a bottom-up person. And in fact, he resisted top-down for a long time. Then when he tried to do the theory of general relativity, or the general theory of relativity, whichever you want to call it, incorporating gravity into the system where you need some feedback, then he was helped by a mathematician who had developed some differential geometry and helped him figure out how to write down that. And after that, he thought top-down was the way to go, but he actually didn't make that much progress. But certainly, so I think it's, naive to think it was just one or the other. In fact, a lot of people who made real progress were rooted in actual measurements.